Good morning, crafty people. Happy coffee and a card. Happy Sunday morning. I have my coffee here, keeping my hands warm on this kind of chilly morning. But the sun is already out. That's pretty awesome. I am getting ready to show you guys some really cute things. I have this new phone camera stand thing, and I'm not 100% loving it, but I'm trying it out. I'm giving it a fair chance. Good morning, guys. Good morning, Kim and Terry and Evelyn. Thank you guys for getting up early on a Sunday and letting me show you all my fun things I've got planned for you today. I'm on my second cup of coffee already, which I'm sure is no surprise to you guys. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me show you, because we got a lot to get through today and some really cool stuff. And good morning, Eileen. Thanks for watching. Okay. Broken record, going over our Sale-A-Bration specials. This is going on for the next 3 months. This is what Sale-A-Bration has to offer, plus my own little kind of extra incentive thrown in there. Again, you've got your free product. Every $50 you spend, you get something free out of this catalog. There's so many cute things to choose from. You've got $25 extra in hostess rewards. Now, you don't have to host a party to get these rewards. Any order of $250 will get you the extra $25 in rewards. So $250 order gets you $50 in free items. So if you're putting in a large order, you can also get those rewards. I forgot to mention that in previous videos, but you can also host a party, get together with your friends, make some cute cards. As a matter of fact, Terry has graciously volunteered to do that. She wants to earn some of product for free, so she's actually hosting a party. We're doing one through a live video because she lives so far away from me, but she's going to have a local party and an online party, and I'm super excited for that. And we're making, I can't show you the cards, but we're going to be making this cute little box, and it holds the cards, and they're donut shaped cards. This was actually one of the previous paper pumpkins. I think it was May of 2017. Really cute. All right, so then also starter kit. You guys have heard me talking about this starter kit during Sale-A-Bration. You get an added 2 free stamp sets of your choice. The starter kit is just basically $125 worth of product of your choice. It's all completely up to you for $99. So you're getting $25 in free product. It's free shipping. All you pay is the $99 plus tax. You get $125 worth of product of your choice, plus 2 free stamp sets out of the annual catalog or the occasions catalog. That's like a huge deal. Plus, I am hosting my own VIP event. We are going to have so much fun, you guys. I am planning already like what we're going to be doing, crafting. We're going to make a cute project. I'm going to have food. I'm going to have giveaways. Everybody's going to go home with a prize. It's going to be a blast. So to get an invitation to that, you need to do one of 3 things. Either purchase the starter kit, host a private class, or spend $150 between January 3rd and March 31st. So that is what's going on with me. Broken record. Sorry, guys. Got to get the spiel out of the way. Okay. So today, I'm actually going to show you 4 projects using one of the stamp sets in Sale-A-Bration. I've kind of been showing you guys different things each week. Today's stamp set, we're going to be using what's called the Happy Wishes. This stamp set is so big and so amazing that you get it free with a $100 purchase. So there's $50 purchase items and there's $100 purchase items. And you can see like this says, oh, you can get this stamp set for $50. There's 2 items in this catalog they can get for a $100 purchase, and that's the Celebrate You Thinlits. These thinlits will be continuing into the next annual catalog, which is kind of a cool thing. They never really tell us that ahead of time. Good morning, Rebecca. Good morning, Daisha. Thank you guys for joining me this morning. And then, yeah, so Happy Wishes is another one of those sets. And it's just beautiful. Like you're gonna freak when you see how pretty these stamp sets are. And there's so many different words. I mean, it's amazing. Okay, now I have to tell you guys how I did a total epic fail, but it turned into an epic win. And let me explain why that is. So I accidentally, you have to be careful. You have to make sure what kind of stamps you order. So I went in and I, all excited and rushed in, and I ordered the wood stamps. And I have clear blocks that I can put all of my clear stamps on. So I don't need the wood blocks. And I don't like the wood blocks because I can't see through them. Well, I was like super disappointed because it came in this really thick box, and I got 2 of them. So I decided, okay, well, what can I do? I decided I'm going to try and turn this stamp set into a clear block stamp set. So here's what I did. And some of these are missing because I'm using them. But I basically just peeled off the backing that's supposed to stick to the wood block, and I put the image on instead. So I just put the image that goes on top of the wood block directly on top of the stamp. And then I added my Tombow glue to make it tacky so that it would stick to my clear block. And so I actually was able to combine 2 of the stamp cases into one. And I took so that each case has its own covering. So this was one of 2. And I just cut out the second one and put it on the back. So I have one case for the entire set in a large case. And then I took the second case and I made it my embellishment case. So it's basically just a clear case that holds all my embellishments. So I was like super happy how it turned out because I ended up having an extra case and was able to combine 2 stamp sets into one case. And now I have a bunch of wood blocks that I'm trying to figure out what to do with, which is kind of fun. But so anyways, kind of I turned a fail into a little bit of a win. All right, let me show you the projects that we're going to be making today. Look at this, guys. This is not the cutest, most adorable thing you've ever seen. This is the new gable box in the Occasions catalog. And if you blink, you might miss it because there's really not a lot kind of showcasing it. But it's on page 13 in the Occasions catalog. It's right here in the corner. And this is the Sweet Soiree suite, and this is the gable boxes, and there's 12 of them in a pack for $8, and they are silver. They're silver. They're beautiful. I love it, and thought they would be really cute to make a little goodie box for one of our projects. And again, I'm using that stamp set, the Happy Wishes, out of the Sale-A-Bration catalog. So yeah, if you blink, you'll miss it, but I love this little project. All right, then we are going to make this card. Look how cute that is. Isn't that pretty? I love the colors. I love how subtle but beautiful, and I'm actually using several different stamps or several different sheets of paper, but it's all in a coordinating DSP pack. Terry, that's a great question. Terry's asking how big the gable box is. It's 4 inches by 2.5 by 2.5. So 4 inches wide, 2.5, or no, I don't know how they measure that, but anyways, let's see. 4 inches tall, so 4 inches tall, 4 inches wide, and then 2 inches deep, 2.5 inches deep. So I just wrapped it in new designer series paper. This is out of the same suite that I just showed you, that Sweet Soiree. Very pretty paper. It has kind of these metallic shine to it. Super cool. All right, so this is the card we're actually going to start with first. I'm going to show you the gable box last. But this is the first card we're going to make. And reminder that if you want these make and takes, all you need to do is place an order online using this hostess code. It has to be $30 before tax and shipping, and do it by Wednesday, and I will send you all the make and takes for free. Football ornaments. Terry, do you make football ornaments? They'll fit a lot of fun things. All right, so I took half strip, it's a 1/2 by 5, and I cut 8 strips, and I can't even pick them up. And it really doesn't, I mean, they're double-sided, so you can use whatever pattern you want. And I just took a couple strips, 8 strips to be exact, of 1/2 inch by 5, and just put them on my piece of Sweet Sugar Plum is the name of the cardstock. So I'm going to show you how to make that real quick. I'm going to just kind of copy what I already have here, and I'm just going to see how beautiful. I like almost don't even want to hide this side because it's so beautiful. So just putting some adhesive on the back and just trying to line it up. And I like it to be staggered and offset. And make sure you enter into my door prize. To enter in my door prize, you just need to let me know that you're watching live, just by commenting, saying good morning, saying hello, so that I can get you entered. And the door prize is something out of the New Occasions catalog, something that I actually will be using on one of our projects today. So I'm excited to show you guys that. And remember, this can be whatever you want it to be. Meaning, if there's something that you've seen that you were like, Tiffany, can you show me how this is done? Or you have a question, or there's something in the Occasions catalog that you want to see. You're like, I'm not quite sure I would want that, but you know, maybe Tiffany can show us how it's done. Maybe I can decide whether I want it or not. Let me know. I'd be happy to demonstrate something, anything really, that I can out of the catalog. So let's see, what's this last one? Looks like another flower, but oh, I cut it the wrong way. You can see the pattern is going long ways instead of short ways, but that's okay. I'm just gonna go with it. I actually like the purple pattern side, so we'll just go with it. There's no such thing as a mistake in crafting. I always say that, I'm like a broken record. But really, truly, you can't mess up in crafting, honestly. You can only come up with more creative ways to do things. So a mistake turns into a brand new project for me. Okay, so great way. Thank you, Evelyn. Thank you for saying that. It is a great way, you're right, to get rid of scraps and use up those scraps on something else, something really fun or beautiful. Now this paper is not in the Occasions catalog. This paper is actually in the annual catalog. And the name is escaping me right now. Let me actually find it real quick. Oh, by the way, guys, this is another perk of being on my team, buying that starter kit. You get a spiral bound annual catalog every year. And then at one of our team meetings, we tabbed all of our pages so that I know where things are at. So I'm looking for Designer Series paper. See, I even have it tabbed for quick and easy access. And it's called the Petal Garden Designer Series Paper Pack. So $10, it's 48 sheets, 4 each of 12 double-sided designs, and they're 6x6. So that is another perk to being on my team. I'm actually going to be doing a team meeting today. Kara, my upline, she is out of town on a cruise, lucky her, in the Caribbean, and she asked me to run our team meeting. So I am going to be doing our first team meeting. She's got a ton of awesome prizes, including stamp sets, and we're going to be making some really cute make and takes out of the Sale-A-Bration catalog. Sorry, I needed some coffee. All right, so I have a piece of white Whisper White cardstock. I'm going to be stamping my Happy on it with Sweet Sugar Plum, which is the same color as the cardstock. So I'm just getting it inked up. I want to make sure I've got it inked real well. And then I'm just stamping it in the center of the paper. And that came out beautifully, except there's a hair. Do you guys see the line where the hair was? Downfall to having pets in my house. Love them, but hate them, you know what I mean? Matter of fact, my dog was taking advantage of me today. And I walked out of my craft room and I was like, wow, it's oddly quiet and no one's around. Where's my dog? Oh, lo and behold, he's on the couch looking at me. I was like, stupid dog. Takes advantage of me. Okay, I'm going to be using my blends for this next part. I I have my Stampin' Blends, and I'm going to be coloring in my flowers with green and with Calypso Coral, because Calypso Coral is one of the coordinating colors in this stack of paper. So I have a dark Calypso Coral and I have a light Calypso Coral. I'm going to be using my light Calypso Coral, and I'm going to be using my light Old Olive Green to color my flowers. And I'm telling you, these blends are amazing to color with. I have become like somewhat of an expert colorer, and I'm far from it. So I'm actually going to use the fine tip. There's two sides to the pens, or to the markers. I'm using the fine tip because these images are so small. And make sure that you let the ink dry, because technically I should be using Memento's ink, but there's only Memento ink in black. So this could run a little bit on you, but when I colored it the first time, it didn't have a problem. Good morning, Renee. Thank you for joining us. You get to watch me do my coloring skills. And they're kind of scary on the best of days, but I'm not trying to be perfect, and most of it's because you guys are watching me, and that's about as exciting as watching paint dry, I'm sure. But just want to show you that you can color in these beautiful stamped images with other color to make it kind of pop, and it just has an amazing effect. And all my flowers are going to be the same color. And I'm going to do my leaves in the Old Olive. You can see I don't care if it's perfect. Trying to find all the leaves. Oh my gosh, Renee, what are you doing up at 3 a.m.? I'm glad you chose to watch me, but holy cow. 3 a.m. I thought I stayed up late. Last night I took the girls to go watch The Greatest Showman, and it started at 9:10, and I was like, oh man, this is a struggle, because I like to be in bed by 9 and just stay up till past 11. Poor me. All right, so now I've got my Calypso Coral ink after I've colored in my image, and I'm happy with how it turned out. And I'm going to be stamping Wishing You A in Calypso Coral right above the happy. So I'm just getting some ink on my block. Oh, good. I'm glad, Renee. I'm glad I could be there for you. My sister is that way too. She's nursing. She has a 4-month-old, and she's up at crazy hours. And she sends me things, and I'm like, what the heck are you doing up at this time? She's like, I need something to do so I don't fall asleep while I'm nursing him. I'm like, oh, that's true. Okay, so now I'm going to be stamping birthday on a separate piece of cardstock because I want to cut it out and put it at the bottom. And I actually just cut it just like the shape of the word. So it's not like it's exact banner. You could do a little banner. You can do whatever you want. But this is just kind of how I chose to do it. Was just kind of curved it around. Around the stamped image. Isn't Facebook amazing? I'm here thinking like people in Australia are watching us right now. Like that's us as I talk in the third person. Watching me right now, that's just crazy. It's so cool. Crazy and cool. All right. Okay, so now I've got my little birthday image. So I'm going to glue my little strip of cardstock down. Oh, that's the other thing. Can you guys see how the color kind of bled through? These are alcohol-based markers, and they do bleed through. So you want to make sure you have either a scrap piece of paper or a mat down so that it doesn't go through onto your work surface. And they recommend using thick white cardstock when you're coloring with the blends. So, because it does tend to run a little bit, so you don't want to color right to the line of your image. All right, so I've glued my Wishing You a Happy down. I have these adhesive backed sequins. These are in Pool Party, which again is another coordinating color in my cardstock or in my designer series pack. And I love these because I don't have to fuss with glue anymore. They just stick right on there. Thank you, Stampin' Up. You are a genius. Why didn't I think about this? Like, I could have used a whole spool of glue dots and just stuck sequins to them, I swear, because it was just like a pain to get them glued down. All right, I gotta get into my handy dandy adhesive kit. Remember how I told you guys I inherited an adhesive kit. I love it. Love turning something that wasn't intended for it into something else. I felt like I upcycled. Is that the word? Upcycled? All right, and then I chose to put a little rhinestone in the center of my sequins, just for some added bling. And I would recommend not using your fingernails and actually using a piercing tool or some tweezers to put these on. But I have fairly long nails, so I can get away with using my nails, but not everybody does. Okay, and then I think I want to put my birthday down with dimensionals. I want that kind of extra pop-up. Yes, Kim, you're gonna love your blends, I'm telling you. There's a bit of a learning curve. I was a little frustrated with them at first, I'll tell you that. But oh my gosh, the more you play with them, the more you're gonna love them. So, okay, there you go, voila. Easy peasy, beautiful card. It's gonna make the most beautiful birthday card. Speaking of birthdays, you guys, if you want a birthday card from me, let me know and I will be happy to send you one in the mail on your birthday. That's what I do. I actually use the cards I make. I know you guys probably don't believe me, but I do. I use the cards I make. I send them out all the time. Okay, this next card you guys probably saw on my Facebook page. This is wishing you a happy birthday again, and as you can see, I colored in my flowers again. Very beautiful. This was a fast and easy card to make. And then the thing I love is this little detail here. This is an embossing folder out of the Petal Passion Suite. And the Petal Passion Suite is what I'm doing my, that's a great question, Evelyn. Sorry guys, I got off topic a little bit. Evelyn is asking if the blends are sold separately or together, and they are actually sold separately and also together. So you have the option. You can pick and choose the colors you want, or you can just go for it all and get all of them together. So each blend's color comes in two. It comes in light and dark, or you can get a combo pack. And then you can also just go for it and get all of them for $121.50. And now when you get all of them, so you get two, a light and a dark in all of these, but then you can also get the ivory, bronze, and color lifter. And the ivory and bronze are supposed to be kind of like skin colors. And then the color lifter is a really cool marker that actually will lift the color back off the page. So if you want to add some highlighting, or you make a little mistake, you go outside the lines, you can kind of use the color lifter to kind of correct your mistake. It's kind of like a magic eraser. I love it. So you can get all 27 markers. So it's all of these colors plus these three for $121.50. And again, they tell you, make sure you use black Memento ink so that the color doesn't run. So thank you, Evelyn, for the great question. Okay, and then also I was telling you, so this beautiful embossing folder, it comes in a set of two, and it's in the Petal Passion Suite, and I'm just trying to find it. It's right here. So this is the stamp set that I used for my sampler and my card class this month, and for my watercolor technique class, which if you guys haven't registered for my watercolor technique class, you have until tomorrow to do so, and I'll talk about that. But so these two embossing folders are not full sheet embossers, so you can do them as a border, you can do them as strips of paper. This is on page 23. So you have this one that's kind of like leaves, like up and down leaves, and then the one I used is the flowers. Okay, so I'll show you how you do that. So I've got I'm using Fresh Fig, which is one of the in colors, Fresh Fig cardstock base, and I'm going to be putting my card right where I want I don't want it to go all the way down to the bottom. I kind of want to leave a little bit of kind of blank space at the end. So I've got my folder in my card. I need my Big Shot. And I can't use my magnetic plate for this. I need to switch back to my regular plate, and the Big Shot plate shows you it's for embossing folders. The magnetic plate is too thick for your folder. So I've placed my I'm kind of out of frame real quick as I run this through. Ooh, shaking up the camera. Sorry guys. Didn't know you were gonna get seasick today, did ya? And look at that. Look how beautiful that impression is. I just love that feature. All right, so the other things that we're going to need is we're going to need a strip of the powder pink cardstock. That's going to be our little banner on the sides, and I'll show you about that. We need a piece of Whisper White cardstock so that we can stamp and color our happy wishes, and then we need a doily. So, oh, and we need a ribbon. This is the powder pink ribbon in the in color. This is another in color, it goes with Fresh Fig. And we need this to put behind and wrap around the front of our card. So let me show you how we did that. I'm gonna actually do the stamping first. Happy Wishes and Fresh Fig. So we got our happy stamp, we got our Fresh Fig ink. I'm telling you, it's so much fun to color with these blends. I, at first, was like, I'm not a colorer, I don't want these blends, and now I feel like I can't live with it. I just bit the bullet. I was like, okay, I had a party, I put in a party order, I got a half-off item, because with a $450 order, you get a half-off item, and so I went ahead and I just got my blends with the half-off item, so it came out to be like $60, which I was like, okay, I can handle that. So, hello, Raina. I hope I'm saying your name right. Raina, good morning. Okay, so I've got my Happy stamped in Fresh Fig. And I colored in with purple and green, and I used I actually used my Rich Razzleberry in light. And again, I used the Old Olive in light. And I have that one out already, so. Oh, and did you guys see what I used to store my blends? They fit perfectly in a paper pumpkin box. One of your paper pumpkin kits. Can't really see the whole thing, but paper pumpkin kit. This was the one from April. It was Sarah's unique one that she designed. Sarah is the daughter of the founder of Stampin' Up, and she runs the company, and she designed a really cool stamp kit, or paper pumpkin kit. And paper pumpkin kits are those subscriptions that you get in the mail each month that have projects for you to craft and do. All right, so I'm going to be coloring in my flowers, just like my picture. And it's such a pretty, pretty, pretty color. And I think this might be a little bit darker than, I may have used a dark pink. And you can actually mix your colors. Blends work really well. They're really fun to overlap colors. And they blend really well. You can kind of combine two different colors and get some really pretty shading and other things, but that is for another day. And that is going to be one of the technique classes, the online technique class that I'm doing. That 1 month will be all about the blends, and I'll teach you everything I know, and we'll make some beautiful projects and have fun coloring. So I'm really excited about this technique series. This month was watercolors and using aqua painters, and it was really fun to make, and I hope you guys can take advantage of that. In order to register for the watercolor class, I give you a suggested shopping list of the things I used for the class, which you don't have to order those, but all you need to do is place a $34 order, anything you want, and then you qualify for the videos and the make and takes. So I prep the kit for you, I ship it off to you on the 20th, and then on the 25th you'll get an email with all the videos, and you can make the cards along with me and the project. So there's 4 watercolor techniques, and then there's a 5th project that I'm absolutely in love with. All right, so see, I colored in my flowers, give it some some kind of a pop of color. Now this one is a lot lighter. I believe I must have used a pink, one of the pink blends. This one I used a purple blend, but it's really up to you. You color to your heart's content. All right, and then I used Old Olive to stamp the wishing you a and then birthday. So I've got my Old Olive ink, stamping wishing you a right above happy. Okay, like so. And then birthday right down below. Birthday. Hopefully that's not crooked. Yeah, I like it. All right. Okay, so now we just need to get to assemble the card, which is the easy part. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to wrap our ribbon around the back of the card, and we're going to adhere it to the front. So basically what I like to do is I am going to actually run a line of adhesive for my ribbon to stick to. And then I'm going to trim off any excess that I have. My fingers don't want to work. Okay, I'm just lining that up, pulling it across. Now you could use a dimensional, a glue dot, you can do whatever you want, but I want the ribbon to kind of hold and stay put. That's why I put a line of adhesive. You can also use tear and tape. And it doesn't have to be perfect because, again, this is going to be covered up by other things. So I'm going to actually just trim off the excess. And then I've got my doily. Put some glue on the back of that, and don't do what I did. I like to show you what not to do. Okay, and it doesn't matter because it's going to be covered. I'm going to put it sideways so I can guarantee it's going to be covered. There we go. Got that down. Okay, and then I don't have a punch. I gotta reach for that real quick. Okay, so banner punch. This is the triple banner punch. I always hold them upside down. I'm sorry, guys. Don't mind that. That's glue. You'll get glue everywhere. This is the triple banner punch, and it punches a banner, a dovetail, on your cards or on your pieces of paper. And so I like to use it upside down so I can see where my paper is going. I've just slid it through the front. I turn it over so I can see, and then I just line it up and punch, and it cuts the paper. It's made a dovetail, and I'm going to do it on both sides. And I'll show you a little trick here. So I've got my paper. Now, if you notice, my little dovetail piece of paper is not big enough to be seen on both sides of the card. It's too short. Well, that's okay. Doesn't need to be. Guess what I'm going to do? Cut it in half, and then I can glue it to the back of my paper wherever I want. So there's one side. There's another side. And then I'm going to glue it down. And I want to glue it down with dimensionals because you know me, guys. Me and my dimensionals. Oh, there's two. Move that guy down there. And take the backings off. And just center that as best you can. And voila, you have a beautiful birthday card. All right, guys, there you go. Isn't that gorgeous? You can add bling, you could put rhinestones in some of the flowers. I mean, you can make this your own, but this is just a super fun and beautiful stamp set. There is just unlimited amounts of possibilities. Now, I just got notification on my phone that my battery is dying, so give me a second, guys. I'm so sorry. I have to plug in my phone or else I'm gonna lose you. So bear with me here, 2 seconds. Okay, all right, whew. Crisis averted. Okay, next card. I'll tell you guys, when you become a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, you get access to a lot of amazing things. And one of the things I have access to is a Demonstrator Planning Place Facebook page where all of the demonstrators in the world get to come together and we share our projects, and they share tutorials and videos and projects. And it's so cool. And I got brave enough to finally share my first card, and this was the card I chose to share. And it got over 500 likes. I was in shock. People loved my card. People were so encouraging. They said, keep doing what you're doing. These are gorgeous. And so it boosted my confidence a little bit. Like, I didn't never think that my cards were good enough quality to be shared with other demonstrators, but this was a card that I fell in love with, and I thought, okay, I like it enough to share it, and people loved it too. So another perk to being a demonstrator is you get that kind of community and that support from other demonstrators. They were just super supportive of me. So I'm going to show you how to make this card. Good morning, Christy. Good morning, Tammy. Thank you guys for joining me. So we're going to go ahead and I'll show you how to make this card. And I used a bow. I'm going to show you guys how to make this bow. This bow is a Billy Moan bow. She's Rambling Rose. She is a very famous Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. She is super, super skilled. She has the most beautiful cards. And she taught me how to make this bow. I watched one of her videos, and so I'm going to show you guys how to make it. All right, so the first thing you need is your base, and you need some white cardstock. So you've got your base. My base I used is So Saffron. It's a very pretty light yellow color. And then I'm going to need some linen thread, one of my favorite things to use on cards. Okay. And the color I used is one of my most favorite ink colors. It's the Berry Burst. Okay. This is one of the ink colors. I love it so much. Use it way too much probably, but that's okay. All right. So what I'm actually not going to start with best. I'm going to start with the decorative little spots that you see. Now that is actually out of a different stamp set. The flowers and the spots are from the, and you're going to be shocked when you see, the Petal Passion or the Petal Palette stamp set. I know, I'm in love with the set. I can't stop using it, but if you see, it has this very pretty decorative kind of polka dot look, and it's got this beautiful watercolor looking flower. So I had to use them on this card. They're gorgeous. So I've got my Berry Burst, and to make my dots, now I'm having a blonde moment, and I can't remember if I stamped off first and then stamped. So I'm going to do that. Yeah, I think I did. I stamped off one time first. So stamping off means you get the first kind of ink off of your stamp pad so that it stamps a little bit lighter the next time. So like so. Okay? So stamp once and then stamp again. It just makes a beautiful border. I know, Kim. I'm super excited. I think this is the first time Tammy's ever joined me for Facebook Live. Thanks, Tammy. Makes me feel special. I love it when people can join in and watch from home. The comfort of their home. Hopefully I didn't force you to wake up too early. All right, so now I'm taking my flower, and I'm not stamping off first. I'm just inking up my stamp for my flower. And I did 3 of them in the corner. Now I like odd numbers in crafting. Odd number of rhinestones, odd number of embellishments, odd number of flowers, because I was told that they're more appealing to the eye. When you have an even number, something about it, there's probably a science to it, but something about it is not as appealing to the eye. So I've stamped 5 flowers, and now I'm going to stamp Best. And Best is also in Berry Burst. And I'm just going to try to find the center of my card the best that I can. And there you go. And as you can see, when I colored in with my blends, I used several different colors. So I used yellows and pinks and purples, and I used all kinds of colors. And that's what's fun, is getting to color it in with all the different colors. All right, so then I did my other words, hope you have the and birthday, in black. And here's hope you have the. My My lighting is off today. I told you guys I'm using a new camera stand and I'm not loving it quite yet. I'm trying to play around with it, so bear with me. And then birthday is down at the bottom. So birthday. There you go. Okay. So we've got that. Now you get to watch me color again. I get excited now when I say color. I didn't used to. I'm going to do my yellow flower. Very pretty. I'm going to do some Calypso coral flowers. And I'm using my fine tip for this just because of the detail and because it's smaller. Let's see, are there any other roses? I'm going to kind of keep the same flower, the same color. Let's see, I've got this pretty pink. This is pink Pirouette, and it's a very pretty color, so we'll color those in with that. I've got these little flowers. I just love the detail of the stamp and how beautiful the image is. And I mean, it doesn't even need to be colored. It's pretty just by itself, but it's just kind of fun to make those flowers pop. Becky, good morning. Thank you for joining me. And Carrie, oh my gosh. We have a crowd this morning. All these people, these early risers, love it. I am so sorry that it has to be at 8 a.m. on a Sunday morning, you guys. I, as most of you know, work a full-time job. Stampin' Up is the job I love to do, but it's not my full-time job. And so I have to find really funny, weird, wacky times that will work for my family. And Sunday morning just happens to be the time when I can do these funky things. So, all right, so I've stamped my paper. And now I've got to do my beautiful bow. And so what I'm going to do is wrap my linen thread several times around the entire base of the card. And I want to do it about 3 times. And can this one reach? I think I want them to meet, it doesn't matter, it can meet in the front or the back, because I'm going to have a bow in the center. So, but I think for this case, I want it to end up in the back. So I'm going to just fuss with my ribbon a little bit, or my linen thread. So, let's see. Goodness. You guys get to watch me struggle in real life. Love it. All right. Wrapping it around. Uh-oh. You see what I did here? Oh, make sure your ink dries all the way. Mine's smudged. Oh well, I guess a rhinestone's going there. It's gonna be a good place for a rhinestone or a sequin. Like I told you guys, there's no such thing as mistakes in stamping. Just ways to be more creative. I could even, ooh, I have an idea. I could even take one of my flowers, because I have the framelits, and I can cut out one of these flowers and put it there. Woohoo! There you go. Problem solved. All right, so I'm trying to figure out what's the best way to glue this down. I think I'm going to use a piece of tear and tape because it's the easiest. So I've got my tear and tape. It's double-sided sticky tape, comes on a spool, and I'm going to just tear a piece off. I'm not even going to peel the backing off. I'm just going to leave it like that. Voila. Now it's held down. See that? Taped it down. Okay. So now you can just kind of move it around where you want it in the front. Okay. So now we need our bow. And to do a bow like this, thank you, courtesy of Billy Moan. She's the most talented woman I've ever met. She's amazing. She's hilarious. When I went to Salt Lake City for my Stampin' Up conference, I got to see her do a live demonstration. She's hilarious. All right, to do this bow, you're going to wrap the linen thread around your fingers about 3 or 4 times. And you're going to pinch it in the middle and trim off the end. Okay, so you've got your bow pinched. And then you're going to take some more linen thread and you're going to wrap it around the center several times, and then you're going to tie a knot. And I'm sorry, I feel like the lighting is horrible on this today. Go figure when everybody's watching, but we will make it work. And there you go. And then you can pull the different linen threads through, and you want to fuss with it, right? You want to make it the way you want. You want them different lengths, and it just makes a beautiful bow. And you can have as many loops as you want. I mean, you can go crazy. You can have a huge full bow that's several loops thick. All right, and then I'm just using a glue dot. Let me show you how I use those. So there's a little glue dot there. I just stick my bow directly on it, peel it off. Ha! Second time's the charm. Peel it off, and the glue dot sticks with the bow. And you can put that down directly in the center of your linen thread. And there you go. My glue dot showing a little bit. Tuck yourself in. And then you can just fuss with your bow some more until you're happy with it, but it's just beautiful. Okay, and then we're going to just glue that down to the base. And I'm going to use my Fast Fuse, which is my favorite adhesive. It holds projects together for forever. Stampin' Up! Adhesives are the way to keep your projects together forever. And I'm just laying that down in the center of my cardstock. Okay, and then I have some rhinestones, and as you can see, I'm thrifty, and I had these chains of rhinestones that are connected together, and I just went in and I trimmed between them so that I could have individual rhinestones. So I'm putting rhinestones in the center of all my flowers, just kind of as that last touch. Goodness sakes. Let's see if I can use my scissors. Again, usually my nails are enough, but not today, of course. I mean, as you can see, I enjoy doing this so much. I'm not the best at it by far, but I enjoy doing it. It brings me happiness, and look at this beautiful card I can give somebody on their birthday. Again, I've got to hide my little oopsie there, but I'm just going to stamp a flower and cover it up right here later, or put a rhinestone, and nobody will know the difference. So that is how you make this beautiful, simple card. Just some stamping and some linen thread and some rhinestones. This stamp set is gorgeous. It is just so fun to play with. All right, guys. So you saw my 3 cards. I hope you liked them. Now we get to play with the gable box. Okay? This is a little bit more technical, but still very, very beautiful card. And again, I told you that the package comes with 12 gable boxes. So this is what the pack looks like. They come flat. And this is the project that we're making. I showed you guys this beautiful little box. It's filled with the Shreddy Ready, or Ready Shreddy, which is in the Sweet Soiree, which is on page 13. And it's got that beautiful silver and the berry burst and the white. So, all right, so here we go. I have my pieces. I'm using the layering oval framelits, and that is going to be making my little window. And what you have to do, I want to run this through the Big Shot, but the thing that you have to do is kind of gently tear away the, you have to open the box, because if you run it through the whole thing, it will cut out both sides, and I don't want that. So what I did is I just kind of tore the glued piece down to the box, and then I'm just going to glue it back after I run it through the Big Shot. Okay, and so so here's what it looks like laying flat. We're going to open it and lay it like so. the DSP, you are right. The Sweet Soiree DSP is gorgeous. Now, this is how it's eventually going to lay down. It's 2 inches by 12. This is 12 by 12 designer series paper. But you don't want to glue it down first. You want to actually, I'm going to show you, you're going to want to build your box and then wrap the DSP as you glue it down. So I'll show you that. But first I want to cut out my layering oval between both the designer series paper and the gable box, because you want it, so you can see I did them separately on this one, and that was kind of a fail because you can kind of see some of the box peeking through because they didn't line up just right. So we want to actually line them up together if we can. And I'm bringing over my Big Shot again. So it's going to shake the room here real quick. And of course, I don't have the right platform. I want my magnetic platform. Okay, so I've got my magnetic platform, got my gable box, and it fits, my gable box fits just perfectly in my Big Shot. And I'm just lining up my paper at the end of my gable box, and I've got my framelit down. This is going to take some skill because the magnetic plate is great, but it doesn't always hold things in place because it's not very strong. So once you start moving it, the framelit can shift on you. But I think that's going to be about, it's going to be what it is. It is going to be okay. I gotta move, there we go. Okay, here we go. Pray for me. And yes, Evelyn, you can use washi tape to hold everything down. That is a great idea, and that's probably something I should have done. So, here we go. We've got all our pieces. I'm going to slide that off, put the plate away. Okay, so you can see that I have cut out both the box and the paper. And now they're going to match up perfectly. So, save these for later. We're going to use those later. Okay. Oh, I shouldn't have put my Big Shot away. I'm going to go ahead and cut these pieces out as well. And these pieces are going to be part of my tag that I made. So the Berry Burst is going to be the outer border. The silver that I cut out of my gable box is going to be the next layer. Can you see that? And then this oval circle is going to be where I stamp the best, you are the best on it. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and pre-cut those right now. Get those out of the way. I'm going to do them together. If you hear that creaking, it's my dang chair. My chair's creaky. All right. I'm kind of off camera here, but I'm just going to run that real quickly. I love the layering ovals, the layering circles, and the layering squares because they all have scallops. So I have my scallop ovals and my scallop circles and my scallop squares. So I use those a lot. Okay, so I'm going to put my framelits away so I don't lose those. Now I've got all my pieces here. So it's actually going to layer like so. See that? See how pretty that is? So we're going to go ahead and stamp that right now. And I used Berry Burst to stamp that. Shocker, I know. What? She used Berry Burst? That's crazy. Berry Burst, one of my favorites. Okay, so I'm just stamping best, and it is going to go off the stamp a little bit, and that's okay. It still looks beautiful. See? Look at that. Oh, my best. No. And you know what? That's okay. Because I'm going to use my blend. Actually, I'm going to try using my blender pen. See if I can get some of the color to fill in. Oh, look at that. You see that? Blender pens pick up ink and become like a marker of any color. It's kind of cool. I'm just coloring in my mistake. There we go. Like nothing ever happened. There's always a solution. Okay, and then you are the, I need to find you are the, I have that here. And I'm just gonna stamp that right above best. Hopefully I gave myself enough room. You are the best. Oh, I thought that was another mistake. I was going to be like, dang, today's the day of mistakes, but no. It's just a free-flying piece of something. Okay, so I'm going to let that dry all the way. I'm not even going to mess with that. And I'm going to show you how to glue this strip of designer series paper down into your gable box. So you want to build up your gable box first, and I'll show you how to assemble that. It's really simple. So I'm going to put fast fuse back on this edge here, and I'm actually going to just fold it over, glue that down, okay? And that was actually, I actually skipped a step. I actually have to put a piece of the window sheet back behind the window that I just cut out. So it truly is a window. So I'm going to cut a piece of the window sheet a little, slightly less than 2 inches by 4 inches. So maybe 2 and 15, or 1 and 15/16 and 3 and 15/16. Just need a little bit of space, and you're going to glue that back behind. And if I had done it in the right order, you would put adhesive on the back piece of this, but since I didn't do it on the right order, I'm going to use Tombow on my window sheet. This is not the way I would recommend doing it, but since I already failed, I have to continue on with my failure. So you'll slide that in and push that up against to form your window. And hopefully it's not in the way of any of my folds. I'm just holding that down, gotta make sure that dries really well. So to enter my door prize, I'm going to tell you what that is at the end of the video. Make sure you comment and say good morning, hello, something that I know you're here. If you're here live, you'll enter my door prize drawing. Every Sunday I try to give away something that's fun and new. So today I will show you guys what I'm giving away at the end of the video. So now what I'm doing is, hopefully all my glue has had enough chance to dry, and I'm just burnishing all my edges. Okay, I just want to fold all my edges and make sure that they are folded real well. And it's going to be hardest where you cut out my window sheet is not sticking, you guys. It's because I did it backwards, but okay. All right, so you've got all your edges scored, and to build the bottom box is you're going to put down this flap here that kind of looks like an H. Put that down, then you're going to put your sides down, and then you're going to push this through the center, and it looks like that. It's really easy to put together. Okay, and then you're going to want to fill it with that Ready Shreddy that I told you about. And the Ready Shreddy is this huge bag. It's so much. And it comes in the berry burst, the silver, and the white. And I'm just going to grab some and fill it in. I love the silver stuff. Looks really pretty. Look at that. And white. You don't need very much to fill it. This is going to be part of my door prize today. One of you, your gift is going to fit perfectly inside this box. All right. Okay, so I told you I was going to show you how to apply your designer series paper to the front of this. So you are going to want to put adhesive, strong adhesive, so that it stays. You're going to want to put that on all your edges. Oops, got it off. And all the way down, you're going to see all the way down your piece of designer series paper. Like so. And I'm actually even going to put some liquid Tombow around the window that I cut out because I want that to stay down. You see, Fast Fuse is so sticky. It's sticking to my fingers, sticking everywhere. Okay. Now, you're going to line it up. Make sure your scallops are the same. Okay, and push that down. And it's really sticky, so it will stay. And then you're going to fold over and start applying the adhesive, pushing down. And the reason you want to do that is because if you were to have glued this when it was lying flat, it would not have bent very well because you wouldn't have given it enough room to bend. And see how that fits perfectly wrapped all the way around to the corner? And there you go. Filled with some beautiful shreddy, and it just closes really simply. You just pinch the top, pinch them together, stick that through, and you have a gorgeous gift box. But now we're going to add a gorgeous little tag to it. And again, I showed you we have all of our pieces here. So we're going to just layer those. We're going to put some adhesive on the back of You Are the Best, and glue that down to the piece of the gable box that you cut out. We're not going to waste. We are not going to waste. I like to use everything. Oh, and then I didn't do this last time, but I'm going to do it now when I'm live. I actually want to put some of the Berry Burst ribbon, that's beautiful ribbon, inside, kind of as like a little tail. And I'm going to actually put it in the layer between the scallop and the circle, so you don't see it in the back. So I've got a piece of my ribbon, and I just double it over like so. And I'm just going to trim my edges so they're nice and straight and not frayed. And I'm going to just put it between the scalloped layer. Ugh. The struggle is real for me, you guys. The scalloped layer here and the Berry Burst layer at the end. So it's kind of sandwiched between. So you're not going to see the ribbon in the back. Look at that. See? Beautiful. And I actually even put the Designer Series scallop that I cut out. I actually put that on the back. So you can do that too. I'm going to do that just for fun. Because again, or you could save it for another project. You can put it on a card. You can do whatever you want with it. But I thought it was pretty. And then we need to hole punch the corner here. And I used the 1/8 hole punch from Stampin' Up. You can use whatever hole punch you have. And I just punched right next to the B in Best. And I'm punching through quite a bit of pieces of cardstock, so it can be a little tough, but it will go through. And as you can see, this is the new beautiful silver baker's twine. I love baker's twine. Baker's twine is so easy to tie bows and to add a little bit of pizzazz to anything, any project you're making, and it has silver woven into it, twisted into it. It's beautiful. And baker's twine is cheap, guys. Cheap, cheap, cheap. Love it. Cheap, but not cheap. You know what I mean? Like, it's cheap, but it's affordable, but it makes your projects beautiful. All right, so I'm looping it through my handle here, pulling it. Oh, actually, no, that's not what I did. Just kidding. This is what I did, you guys. I double threaded, or double gathered it, and I stuck it through the hole like so, and then I looped the thread through the hole like that. Then I tied a bow. You don't have to do it like this, but I think it's kind of pretty, and I think it holds flat better. I'm going to tie a bow. And they won't be able to open the box unless they untie the bow. Ah, my edges are twisted. That happens with baker's twine. Easily gets twisted up. But you just fuss with it long enough and it will untwist. Ha! There we go. Nope, still doesn't want to untwist. You do have to fuss. Bows are fussy. I know people hate bows, but they're beautiful. You just gotta fuss with them. Thank you, Christy. I'm glad you like it. I love these boxes. I think they would make great Valentine boxes if you're looking for Valentine treats, wedding favors, party favors. The list goes on and on. Little birthday treats. Wouldn't that be cute to hold like some, well, it's too small, maybe a mini cupcake? I don't know. But anyways, this is just a gorgeous little box. I love that they're silver. I've seen stamping on them. I've seen people emboss them. I've seen people run them through embossing folders and get a pattern on them. It's just endless. So someone is going to be winning the beautiful silver baker's twine, and I'm gonna just package it right in one of these adorable boxes. So you're gonna get You Are the Best, because you are the best, and you're gonna get baker's twine. So again, to enter the door prize drawing, make sure that you comment in the video so I know you were watching live, and I appreciate everybody that got up and watched live this morning. Again, place a $30 order online by Wednesday. Use this code and you will get all these make and takes. I will prep all those make and takes and mail them out to you. As a matter of fact, last week's video, the star box, I got those prepped this weekend. They're going out to you in the mail tomorrow. So thank you guys so much. Last but not least, I am working on my watercolor technique class, online class. And to qualify for that, you just need to place a $34 order. I have an event on my Facebook page. You can go read all the details about it. It's going to be all video based, so you will get all the videos emailed to you, and you will be able to, you'll get the kit in the mail, and you'll be able to assemble the cards with me. So I'm really excited for that, and every month I'm going to have a new technique. So next month I will be doing a fancy fold technique where you will learn all these fun new ways to fold cards and have fun opening cards. And one last thing, if you guys want to see something, you want to see me demonstrate something, you have questions, let me know. We can talk about it, we can play with it, we can experiment with it here on Facebook Live. It's all for you guys, and so whatever you want to see, let me know and I will do more of that. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you have a fabulous week. If you have any questions, you know how to find me. Thank you guys, and we'll see you next week. Bye.